Hi everyone, happy 4th!
Mr. Ryan Anderson. Nothing ever changes with this dude. Rai recently posted a video over on TikTok today, in fact, to wish you all a happy 4th of July, baby. Oh, and to take a big pile of dog dookie right on your billboard because he thinks it's bullshit. For a lot of reasons, I know. Not sure why people keep falling for his shtick, but continue to do you. Announcing that he's going to go live tomorrow to drop some tea, maybe, who knows? I don't know. He says it is what it is, whatever. You know the routine by now, but also to address the fact that he did not like that billboard. Mr. Ryan Anderson is so deep in delusion land that he will defend his psycho in Gypsy Rose Blanchard for the rest of his life until the day he dies. He'll never get his shit together, so don't even wish for that. The only time he'll wake up is when he smells the scent of brunch or has a psychopath texting him while drunk in Austin, Texas. Anyhow, I'm sure you guys missed it, so let's go ahead and play it right now.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan. I'm sitting around in my Astros jersey. First off, I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. I'm so excited. I'm going to shoot fireworks with my nephew tomorrow, like I always do. Always go to the fireworks store and buy like the biggest firework I can find and shoot it off on 4th of July. It's one of my traditions. Been doing that forever. So if y'all shoot fireworks, please be careful. I've seen a lot of accidents. Also, I am going live on July 5th at around 7 o'clock Central. Okay, around 7 o'clock at 7:30 Central Time. So people in New York, it's be 8:30 your time, 8 o'clock your time. I'll probably gonna be around 7 o'clock though, my time, Central. So be on the lookout for that. I have a major announcement, some tea, I guess. But yeah, I have some things I want to talk about.
Yeah,
In fact, hold on, maybe I'll just go get a billboard and do it that way. Sorry, I kid. No, seriously, I'm going to talk about that. It was bullshit. Y'all were wrong for that, and I will explain my reasoning on that. That was wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Gypsy Rose been drunk texting, eh? 100. And we're all
wow.
praying for that because it's hilarious. I wonder how long it will be before Gypsy starts racking up DUIs. Maybe she'll catch up to Ken. And hopefully when that happens, sweet baby Aurora Reyna Urker will be safe somewhere else, even in the bosoms of Christy Blanchard. Oh, and I'm sure all of you are just like, oh my God, I can't wait for tomorrow's live stream for Ryan Anderson, the guy who says nothing. The dude that has a mental capacity of a 7-year-old, or at least emotionally. Zero substance, zero value, zero entertainment. That's who Ryan is. No one wants to hear how awful it was for the billboard to be in NOLA when Jip Dipshit was there celebrating her trashy self being off of parole, while most likely drunk texting Mr. Ryan Anderson some titty pics that she took in a bathroom somewhere on Bourbon Street, where I'm sure a homeless man was just previously sleeping. Now you got Captain Save-A-Ho needing and wanting his old wife back, while everybody cheers, move on, Ryan, come on, you can do it, and he never does it, and y'all get tricked again. They're all the same people. Gypsy Rose, Ryan Anderson, Ken Urker, Christy Blanchard, Rod Stewart, Mia Blanchard. Once you're part of the Hills Have Eyes, you can never leave that family. And they have another thing in common. They're also boring. Some people think that, well, this entire family and friends are trolling you. They probably are. They think it's funny. It comes with the life of crime because there's no reason a convicted murderer that pleaded guilty to killing her mom should be trolling people on the internet and throwing the fact that she got away with murder of her own mother on our faces. Here's an egg for you. Here's an egg for you. There is so much wrong with this country and world. Where is the justice? Where's your focus, people? Something to rethink. Gypsy Rose deserved the death penalty. Life in prison at the minimum. She's evil. And there's no place for a sociopathic and narcissistic person who brutally killed her mom to be walking this earth free as can be. You would only wish she would go away because Gypsy thinks this shit is funny and she legit doesn't give a fuck. Nor does Ryan Anderson. The only thing he cares about is being with her again. It's disgusting and trashy behavior, and most definitely not classy. Ryan Anderson, for real, is like Big Daddy Captain Save-A-Ho, and it ain't even cute. The probability of Ryan Anderson still talking to Gypsy is 100%, and the big man just crawls out of nowhere after he spent most likely the entire evening or week at some cheap casino, spending all the cash he earned from all of you who paid for a cameo and lost all of those earnings. Thus, right back to the live stream with a little hot tea. Maybe someone could pour some hot tea on all of his jerseys. They're terrible. Oh, but why is Ryan Anderson giving his 2 cents now? Ask yourself that question. Ryan Anderson loves being manipulated, and he loves manipulating you. He knows what he's doing, and so does Gypsy Rose. They use one another. The theme is always the same: dance, monkey, dance, and Rai Rai is a big ass monkey. Defending Gypsy Rose while collecting the hard-earned money from people like you, going right into a slot machine at an Indian reservation casino. Everybody's exploiting this horrible, heinous crime committed against one victim and one victim only that lost their life that day. Dee Dee Petrie. The focus is gone. There's no purpose. Promoting his shitty live stream tomorrow to benefit off of his awful human being of an ex-wife and Gypsy Rose pretty much says it all. Don't forget, Ryan Anderson was just recently in Las Vegas, remember? Heck, so was I. And I guarantee he burned through that cameo cash. He burned through that TikTok gift cash. And he's right back at it, only to simp again. Once a simp, always a simp. Once a month, Ryan will go live to get his 2 million likes and $4,000. And I got to tell you, in fact, for a special ed teacher, I'm sure he's an embarrassment to that profession. Those folks who work with special ed's needs children are good people that want the best for people that have these disabilities, disadvantages in society, yet here we are, good old Rai taking advantage of all of you, suckering you again and again and again, and it never stops, while he sims for that lip-licking swamp slut, and you could add crotch goblins. The fact that Ryan Anderson put Nicholas Godejohn down and went after someone that looked like a special needs child is so embarrassing. How do you claim him? How do you claim Ryan Anderson as your own? How many times have people said, move on, repair your reputation as well as your heart and soul if you have one? Stop bringing shame, not only to your family, but yourself and your profession as a special ed teacher. The truth of the matter is the cash is running low, isn't it, Ryan? He's no better than the rest. He too collects the blood money. He banks off of Dee Dee's lifeless body, left there with 17 stab wounds that ended her life. He's no different or better than the rest of the trash that you've seen on the bayou. But what makes him even worse is that he defends Gypsy Rose even after all she has done, not only to him, his family, and everyone else. He thrives in this sick culture. Hey, but happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm going to go live tomorrow. If he were honest, all he has to say is, look, guys, I spent all your money that you sent me. I'm out of cash. I need some more. So it's time to feed me. I know Gypsy said I had a gambling addiction, but it's not true. I promise. I just ran out of money in Las Vegas. And I'm not addicted to methadone either, like Gypsy said. But I'm going to stand for her again and simp because I am forever indebted to a mommy killer like Gypsy Rose, my ex-wife. She's awesome. I'll be back with her. But don't forget, I'll personally message the person with the best graphic. Oh, and do you want Amber J, the clout chaser? on live with me on my panel. Do you guys want her in the box? Come on, guys, let's do it. Zero purpose, zero focus. It's a clown show. Ask yourself, who's truly winning? The sad or funny part, however you want to look at it, it doesn't matter how much Ryan Anderson tries to protect Gypsy Rose or how much he still cares about her, because he will always care about her. Gypsy Rose will never go back to him, which makes Ryan Anderson a weird ass dude. Someone you never have to feel bad for, in fact. He will dump on those who were most supportive of him if that meant Gypsy Rose was back in his life. You would only wish that his 15 minutes of infamy has expired and he's exiting stage left. But just as Ryan Anderson is a sucker, don't forget there's other suckers out there that will always fall for his bullshit.
You know, in fact, hold on, maybe I'll just go get a billboard and do it that way. Sorry, I kid. No, seriously, I'm going to talk about that. It was bullshit. Y'all were wrong for that, and I will explain my reasoning on that. That was wrong. But beside the point, I make a joke. But all seriousness, y'all check out my live July 5th at around 7:30, 7 o'clock Central, 7:30, around that time. Like I said, I have something I want to say.
Anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. I want you to sound off. Go off, man, in the comments section. Say whatever you want. I'm pretty sure the comments section in this video is going to be pretty fire. I'll see all of you in the next video with peace and love. Peace and motherfucking love, baby.
No, seriously, I'm going to talk about that. It was bullshit. Y'all were wrong for that, and I will explain my reasoning on that. That was wrong.
But people stay all the time like, you know, she doesn't take accountability or this and that.
He does, though.
People live with her. They didn't live with her. She would hear screams.
Yep.
She would run in my bedroom. I'll be just waking up. One time she had ran out. She was wrapped in a towel, soaking wet. And she was in the shower. It was early in the morning. She runs in my room, and I'm just opening my eyes, and she sits on my bed, and she's like, "Were you screaming?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "You sure?" I heard a woman scream. And I was like, were there, you know, kids outside playing? If people would that don't like her, like Jen or whoever would spend one day with Gypsy, they would in the club, because she is such a sweet person. She's goofy as hell. She can make you laugh. She's so clumsy sometimes. I mean, she's just normal. You know, she doesn't think that she's better than anybody else.
At
She
all.
doesn't, you know, at all. She wants to be treated as a friend, as a normal human being. And there's nothing wrong with that. And for her not wanting to be, you know, labeled the M word, I don't blame her, because who wants your fucked up past or whatever you did, a mistake, whatever, big or small, getting thrown in your face every day? How would they like it if whatever they did wrong, people would just throw it in their face every day? You need to think about what if they were in that position, or at least how treat people how you want to be treated.
Jackson, just a baby.
You know, and the world would be a better place
How about your mom?
if we would just all get along and not throw mistakes in people's face, lift people up, instead of tearing people down. You know, they want to see her fail so bad
That's sad.
that they They take their own integrity of themselves and just rip it to shreds. And you can't unring a bell.
Hi, guys. I had some things on my mind today, and I figured let's just do a little casual, nonchalant video. I came across a TikTok from Ryan Anderson, and Ryan Anderson is, advertising that he's going to do this live stream, and he drops the time and whatever. And he labels what the live stream is going to be about as tea, but then in the same video, he gets upset about that billboard that was showing Gypsy Rose Blanchard in the French Quarter. And he says how people were wrong. We were wrong for that. We were wrong for liking it, doing it, thinking it was funny.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan. I'm sitting around in my Astros jersey. First off, I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. I'm so excited. I'm going to shoot fireworks with my nephew tomorrow, like I always do. I always go to the fireworks store and buy like the biggest firework I can find and shoot it off on 4th of July. It's one of my traditions. Been doing that forever. So if y'all shoot fireworks, please be careful. I've seen a lot of accidents. Also, I am going live on July 5th at around 7 o'clock Central. Okay, around 7 o'clock at 7:30 Central Time. So people in New York, it's be 8:30 your time, 8 o'clock your time. I'll probably gonna be around 7 o'clock though, my time, Central. So be on the lookout for that. I have a major announcement, some tea, I guess. But yeah, I have some things I want to talk about. In fact, hold on, maybe I'll just go get a billboard and do it that way. Sorry, I kid. No, seriously, I'm going to talk about that. It was bullshit. Y'all were wrong for that, and I will explain my reasoning on that. That was wrong. But beside the point, I make a joke. But all seriousness, y'all check out my live July 5th at around 7:30, 7 o'clock Central, 7:30 around that time. Like I said, I have something I want to say. Also, happy 4th. I'm going to talk about, my Vegas trip and a lot of many things. So check it out. Hope y'all have a great 4th of July. Me and Pixie about to go live it up for 4th of July, like I said. And y'all be safe. Also, guys, I only have one account. So if you've been getting messages from people claiming to be me and it doesn't have a check mark, it is not me. Okay, I'm sorry. I get a lot of people messaging me saying, "Oh, thank you for liking my stuff." If it doesn't have a check mark, it's not me. Please don't be scammed. It's like one of the worst things people can do to people. I hate it so much. So, but also still on Cameo. Y'all go check it out. I've done some cameos today. Pixie, of course, hates them, but I love making her get in them anyway. But seriously, happy 4th of July from my family to yours, and me and the little Miss Pixie Pix, and hopefully see y'all July 5th at around 7:30 Central Time. Take it easy, guys. Bye.
What I want to say to Ryan Anderson in this video is, Ryan, sir, you have a lot of people that are on your side. And there are people that have been on your side and have heard some things that you've said positively about Gypsy and giving you the side eye, me being one of them. But we continue wanting to support you. And when all of these months have gone by, Gypsy has embarrassed you, dragged you through the mud, made fun of you, talked about things that happened in the bedroom that she was not happy with, made TikToks making fun of you. And now you're still willing to defend her in any way, shape, or form is very concerning. How many times do you have to be embarrassed by somebody publicly to finally say, that's it? She told the world that you're on meth as a way to embarrass you. Remember how she released your medical records and then made a video at Jazz Fest talking down to you? How many times does this woman have to shame you for you to finally get it? After everything that she's done, just the fact that he would think that a driving billboard is wrong, I truly don't understand it. I don't get it. There was also a video where Christy Blanchard was on a live stream with Brie, and she was saying how, why is everyone mad that Gypsy went out and celebrated being off parole? And evidently Gypsy, 1 minute after midnight when she was released, she was having alcohol daiquiri. What I want to know is, why is she coming off parole and in 60 seconds from being off, the first thing that she thinks of is alcohol? To me, that's very concerning. That's a big red flag that you're not just okay celebrating being off parole, even though you got away with everything when you were on parole. That being the first thing, I think is very weird. The other thing that Christy said in that video, or the live stream that was clipped, she was talking about how what Gypsy did was a mistake and how it shouldn't have to follow her forever. No, ma'am. When you orchestrate and plan the unaliving of your parent and utilize a disabled man to carry it out for you so that you can come and get a sweet plea deal, that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. And that is not a mistake. It was planned, it was calculated in very great detail by Gypsy. So yes, she will be known as a murderer for the rest of her life. And I'm going to mention it anytime I can, because you did that. Mistakes are lighthearted. For me, making a mistake is forgetting to turn on my turn signal when I'm turning, forgetting to pick up a certain item from the grocery store, even though it was on my list. Those are mistakes. What she did was not a mistake. And Christy, if you want to say, oh, if somebody would just spend the day with her, they would realize she's goofy, she's clumsy, she's so funny. Nobody in their right mind, I have to say, wants to spend time with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. The few people that are stuck spending time with her are either relatives, she's trapped them by having a baby, or they're getting the reward of being aligned with her, like Brie. Brie can now go to the bar and have Gypsy pick up her tab.
People say all the time, like, she doesn't take accountability or this and that.
He does, though.
Live with her. They didn't live with her. She would hear screams.
Yep.
She would run in my bedroom. I'll be just waking up. One time she had ran out. She was wrapped in a towel, soaking wet. And she was in the showers early in the morning. She runs in my room, and I'm just opening my eyes, and she gets on my bed, and she's like, "Were you screaming?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "You sure?" I heard a woman scream, and I was like, were there, kids outside playing? If people that don't like her, like Jen or whoever would spend one day with Gypsy, they would end up loving her because she is such a sweet person. She's goofy as hell. She can make you laugh. She's so clumsy sometimes. I mean, she's just normal. She doesn't think that she's better than anybody else.
At all.
At all. She wants to be treated as a friend, as a normal human being. And there's nothing wrong with that. And for her not wanting to be, labeled the M word, I don't blame her, because who wants your fucked up past or whatever you did, a mistake, whatever, big or small, getting thrown in your face every day? How would they like it if whatever they did wrong, people would just throw it in their face every day? You need to think about what if they were in that position, or at least treat people how you want to be treated.
Jackson, just a baby.
And the world would be a better place.
Come back, your mom.
If we would just all get along and not throw mistakes in people's face, lift people up, instead of tearing people down. They want to see her fail so bad.
That's sad.
That they take their own integrity of themselves and just rip it to shreds. And you can't unring a bell. People stay all the time like, she doesn't take accountability or this and that.
He does, though.
They didn't live with her. She needed to go and have fun. And why are people making a big deal that she wouldn't have drinks the first night she got off of parole? Well, that wasn't really the first night, because after 12:01, she was drinking a daiquiri.
Yep.
And totally legal.
Good for her.
Right? Well, I mean, she took a couple of sips of it and then went to put it in the freezer and went to bed. It was after midnight, but like,
I need to find this picture.
They get off parole, or whatever. Go and celebrate. This girl has never, ever got to go with the friends that she wants and have a blast.
And she did. We had so much fun. Despite what these bitches tried to do, we had so much fucking fun.
It looked like hell did.
We really did.
I had told, we were talking about the billboard last night, me and Lindsay, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't see it, because I'd have probably wanted to pull the driver out and like, tell him, what are you thinking? Like, it just blew my mind. But I also love the fact that in one video, people are just walking by it and like not even looking at it.
Well, I know. When we went up to it, nobody was looking at it either.
No. I told her was, go have fun, have a blast. Please don't throw up in public.
Whatever. I just think it's all such a nonsensical circus. And for me to see that TikTok yesterday from Ryan and hear him say, oh, y'all were wrong for that. Sir, time is ticking. Okay, because I don't understand what needs to happen for you to finally be done with it. I mean, the little gremlin literally came out and told the world that you're on methadone as a way to shame and embarrass you, and talk about a sweat towel. I don't know. I think it's crazy, but as always, I want to hear what y'all have to say. For now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
There.
Hey, Melissa.
Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Really just depends if you're new here or not. I'm a little late to the party when it comes to reporting on this, but I have been seeing a lot of people talking about the fact that Eugenia Cooney has been suspended over on TikTok from using the sub-only program. Now, for those of you who don't know what a subscription program is over on TikTok, it's pretty much just like a membership fee over here on YouTube. And all that does is allow the creators to offer more exclusive content, perks, and different engagement opportunities to their audience, but you pay a monthly fee in order to get those perks. Now, the last 2 live streams I've covered of Eugenia Cooney, she's been basically taking her chat and turning on sub only, which is the people who pay monthly memberships in order to get that perk. So when people are talking shit in her chat, bring up her health condition and everything, she'll just switch to sub only, where it's only her enablers. So I want to talk about it because it's not just the fact that she's losing an extra form of income through TikTok. It's the fact that people who had sub only, a majority of them, were her true enablers. And to be honest, I'm just kind of curious to see what it's going to look like for her losing her biggest enablers in her chat via sub only mode. But again, they can still watch her content and engage with her. It's just not going to be through that subscription.
I just got word that TikTok suspended Eugenia's account. They're giving back all the money to the subscribers. They're actually messaging people and telling them that she's suspended. I guess she broke community guidelines, which I don't know what they were because people have reported her forever, and unless she shows skin, I guess they have never taken her off. So this time, they've taken her off. They suspended her. I'm sure we'll hear more. I don't even know if she can go live, but I'm sure she'll post something on her Instagram stories later or something when she finds out. Because who knows if she even found out right now. All I know is that people are getting messages, and this is her account where you see the subscribers is gone. The subscription part is gone.
Now, I quickly want to talk about this because there's a few reasons why a TikToker could lose a subscription mode. There's several reasons, and I want to go over them because I'm pretty sure we can pinpoint why it happened. Now, the failure to meet eligibility requirements, which is basically just being 18, having the minimum of 1,000 followers, and having streamed for live at least 30 minutes in the past 28 days. That's immediately off the table. We know she's over 18. We know that she has more than 1,000 followers, and Missy Ma'am definitely goes live for more than 30 minutes. In the past 28 days, she's probably had 30-something hours. Now, the next reason why TikToker could lose subscription mode is violating TikTok's community guidelines or terms of service. It says here TikTok has strict rules about content and behavior Violations such as posting inappropriate content, engaging in harassment, or using copyrighted material without permission can lead to warnings, account strikes, or even a ban, which would affect monetization features like subscriptions. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that if it would be something in this section here, which is violating the community guidelines or terms of service, I don't think it would have anything to do with the copyrighted material being used without permission, because we all know TikTok pretty much. It's easier to use copyrighted material and get away with it over there as far as audios go, but as far as the posting inappropriate content, engaging in harassment, it could be one of those two. I'm really leaning towards it being her posting inappropriate content, which this was an issue in the past. She tried her best to then cover up, but she has been back in the fishnet leggings and showing more skin than she did after the last time she did get an account suspension. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here, there's one that talks about technical glitches or errors, and I really don't think it's a technical glitch or an error. Let's move past that. It says violating monetization policies, and it says here specific rules govern content eligibility for monetization. For example, lives that don't provide original content or engagement may be demonetized. Also, content deemed unsafe, disturbing, or devised could be ineligible. That is a high possibility. Now, a lot of people, myself included, basically preach at the fact that Eugenia's content is not safe for any audience, especially younger audiences. And again, I have said so many times, TikTok is a 13+ app. So yes, it's up to the creator knowing the diversity when it comes down to the age demographics over on that app. Be careful and really pay attention to what you're posting, knowing that really anybody can come across it. But then it's also the platform's responsibility to monitor what their creators are putting out there to make sure that it follows the terms of service with their guidelines. So if she really was out here posting, and we all know that she is posting content that's deemed unsafe and disturbing, this could be TikTok's way of stepping back up to the plate and being like, look, we've been through this before. You've been suspended before. You've been age restricted. You've been demonetized. We're probably going to go through that cycle again until you can get it back together. Now, after reading what we just read about why a creator over on TikTok could lose the subscription mode, I don't think it really would be as simple or as black and white as everything that we just went over. And why I say that is because unless TikTok directly comes out and makes a statement like, hey, this is why we decided to do this with such content, we found it either unsafe or disturbing, or it did violate our terms of service and community guidelines, and this is what it violated, we're never really going to know. And I say this because we all played this game before. Like I said, the last time she was age restricted, demonetized, a lot of people were questioning what happened, what did they say? And her whole explanation was, they didn't really give me a reason as to why this happened, but I'm just going to try to move forward making better content. What does that mean? In my opinion, I was demonetized once over here on YouTube, and they will always give you a reason as to why your channel is demonetized. Same with TikTok or any other app that you're eligible to earn money from. If you get your channel demonetized, that app is going to email you and they're going to tell you, hey, you were demonetized for the following reasons. They never just take away your monetization without saying, hey, this is what happened. This is going to be another one of those things where Eugenia plays it off. She probably will get subscription mode only back again, but I'm only saying that because we've seen how many times her account has been banned or suspended and she gets it right back within like minutes. It's likely she's going to end up getting back subscription only mode, but at the same time, we're not going to get a real direct reason from her as to why this happened. And I bet you when she does come back with the subscription mode, she's going to be pushing it nonstop, saying she has to rebuild that. And I bet you she's not going to give us any type of explanation as to what happened. She's probably just going to say, oh yeah, guys, it was a glitch. TikTok was glitching out with no real explanation. So just in my honest opinion, this isn't a waiting game of figuring out what happened to her subscription only mode. It's a waiting game of figuring out when she gets it back. I have argued for the longest time that the content she's pushing is unsafe. It does violate TikTok community standards and terms of service. It violates YouTube policies, like all the apps that she's posting to. There's clear breaches in the terms of service and community guidelines when it comes down to her content. Yes, it's arguable. But anybody with 2 eyes and at least 10/20 vision can see there are issues in the content. Hell, to be fair, your vision could be 10/10. It could be 5/5. You could have very low vision and you could still see the issues. But yeah, like I said, I'm late to talking about this. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, but I wanted to make this video and talk about it because these were just a few points that I really wanted to make on the subject. I'm more so curious to see what her TikTok live chats are going to look like now that she can't go under that little bit of armor that she did have when the live conversations would start to get a little bit too intense. She would jump to turning on sub only. And instead of being like, yeah, you guys are talking crazy, I don't want to deal with it, so I'm just going to make this a subscription only chat, she kind of would twist that and make it seem like it's something she's doing for her audience. We've seen it before, and it was in a live stream I covered a few weeks ago where basically the chat was going crazy, telling her to get help, telling people not to donate to enable what she's doing with herself. And Satan Not Today, my cat, has genuinely, this kitten has been trying to climb me like a tree. And every time I see him get ready to climb me, I literally have to just run. I run for my life because he's psycho. He's crazy. But back to what I was saying before my cat almost kamikazing me. Is that appropriate to say? But anyways, we've seen her chat get crazy, and instead of being like, look, y'all, I don't want to deal with the chat right now. It's too much for me. It's stuff I don't want to talk about or stuff I don't want to answer, which she could say that, genuinely. It would be valid for her to be like, that's a lot. I don't want to talk about it. And just, go to sub only saying she didn't want to talk about it. But she'll be like, yeah, I'm just going to do something nice for my subscribers who are sub only. And then she will turn on sub only chat, knowing it's going to be her enablers and nobody saying the things that she doesn't want to hear. Again, her enablers. So my thoughts on the situation is we're not going to get a definitive answer why this happened unless TikTok directly makes a statement about it. Eugenia will never say. Also, unless TikTok comes out and directly makes a statement, it's not a matter of when we find out what happened. It's more so just when we find out she's going to get the sub back. So unless TikTok makes a statement, we're not going to know. She'll come out one day and be like, yeah, my subscription only is back, and go subscribe. I need the money, and that's going to be a whole thing. But then also, with her not having that fail-safe plan of turning on subscription only to get away from people what they're saying in the chat, it's going to be interesting. Because now not only is it going to be crazy how it typically is, she's not going to be able to turn on subscription only so only her enablers can talk and hype her up. But now people are going to be talking about this. So they're going to have a new topic to discuss. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up, but I'm genuinely curious to know what y'all think about it. Also, I'm sorry about the noise in the background. For those of y'all who don't know, we recently rescued a kitten named Raider who lives up to his name 1,000%. And when I go in the office to film, I used to be able to just shut the door and have it be quiet. He's chewing at the door. He chewed a hole in the door. So that's out of the question. So because I would love to have my security deposit back whenever we do move from here, the door is going to be open because there's a fucking hole in it. Anyways, yes, with that being said, you guys, I want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do y'all think about
Do we
this?
have any videos left?
I can't wait to hear the thoughts. So jump to the comment section down below. Feel free to leave a like on this video. I know it definitely would help. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next damn video. All right, bye.
Doritos. Yeah. Is my leg bothering you?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I'm fine. Yeah, what's happened? Okay, it's almost been an hour. I think I'm gonna stop here. Bye, guys. Mm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop. Okay, bye.